How's it going, guys? So I just came across an article, and this is the headline. Okay, UFC champion George St.Pierre injured but won't freeze division. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Seriously, what is that supposed to mean? I mean, according to George St. Pierre's contract, that he is supposed to fight Robert Whittaker. He is supposed to defend his middleweight title. Okay, and as of right now, that doesn't seem like it is going to be the case. That's my very first question, and my second question is, when did this happen? Okay, guys. I'm on MMAJunkie.com right now, and this article is reported by Steve Morocco. And according to this article, George St.Pierre, he suffered an injury during round 1 when Michael Bisping elbowed him from the bottom. Wait, when the Brits threw an elbow from the bottom. Yes, from the bottom. Excuse me. That contact the back of his head. So, according to this article, George St.Pierre, he suffered this injury during the first round at UFC 217 during his title fight versus Michael Bisping. Damn, George's injured. But however, let's get back to the headline. He said that he's not. You know what? I don't know how to think or how to react right now, because I would really like to see him fight again at middleweight. But as of right now, according to George, with this injury, and according to this article, it stated that George St.Pierre, he is going to take some time off and recuperate and heal himself, and he will not be back until he is 100% healed. Until he's, according to George says, I get treated, that he's gonna get treated on, and he will be back when he's 100%. Okay, but what does that mean? And this is the one that catches me. And you guys, there's a bit more. And the question was that, what is he gonna do? What is his mental mindset when it comes to the middleweight division and the middleweight title? And I quote, and this is from the report, okay? He says, and this is a quote from George. He goes, well, sorry, we'll see what I want to do and where my head is. This is when he's coming back out from his vacation. And he continued, I have no intention of holding onto the belt and freezing the division. That's not what I want to do. Robert Whittaker is in my contract. If I want to fight again, it has to be against Robert Whittaker at 145. That is in my contract. I cannot, for example, go fight, and it's in caption, welterweight champion Tyron Woodley, or go fight another guys. Okay. From what I've just read there, that it says that George St.Pierre, if he chooses to come back and compete, it must be at 185, and his next fight must be against Robert Whittaker. So I did not know that. I thought that I was under the assumption that he could jump from middleweight back down to welterweight, then jump back to middleweight, because that's what I thought. And if you guys have seen my previous video, that is what I stated, that if George St.Pierre got 3 fights left, comes in, fight Michael Bisping, drop back down, fight Tyron Woodley to get the welterweight title, and then move back up to fight to complete his contract and fight Robert Whittaker for the middleweight title. But it seems like that is not the case. It seems like that, according to what George says here, that he cannot jump. He must stay and he must remain in middleweight and defend his title before he can do anything else. I didn't know that. But however, the other thing that gets me is that it says, if I want to fight again. If I want to fight again. So, essentially, he is trying to say that after this fight, he doesn't have to if he doesn't want to. Because he could walk away again. If his head is not into it. You guys, he suffered from a neck injury. If George, again, decided to walk away, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. I mean, It's a neck injury, man. It's a neck injury. If George want to walk away, he can walk away. But goddamn, I would like George St.Pierre. Like I said this before, he is one of the two national treasure that come from Canada. Number one is Wayne Gretzky. Number two is George. And me as a Canadian fight fan, I love to see him compete, regardless of who it's against. If George St.Pierre is fighting, I am watching. It is what it is. It's not just me, but also like millions and millions of his fans across the country, right? And one of the discussion going into his previous fight, UFC 217, was that the pay-per-view is not gonna sell well. It's gonna do about a few people says that I'll do around like 750. But according to Dana White, okay, I realized that we must take Dana White's word with a grain of salt. But however, he stated that at the post-fight press conference at UFC 217, the projected mark of 1 million, Dana White said projected mark 1 million was shattered. Okay? Me, at the back of my mind, no shit. Like 1 million pay-per-view sales, that 1 million mark, it'll be just from Canada alone. Okay, let's say, you guys, I am willing to put the money on this. I'm willing to put money on this. If the number comes back of like, let's say 1.5 or 1.7, okay, the 1 million buy is from Canada alone. It's from Canada alone, and the rest is from the rest of the world. I can tell this right now. If I could break down the sales and the buy and the purchase of the pay-per-view, number one is Canada, number two is the Philippines, and number three is the United States. No ands, if or buts about it. Because the reason why I brought this up is that there's been a few discussion heading this fight, and even a few of the fight analysis. They were saying that George St.Pierre, the superstar George St.Pierre, his stardom, his star power, his drawing power is not as strong. But these guys live in the States. I realized that the population of the United States is like 10 times or maybe 20 times as the population of Canada. But however, when it comes to mixed martial arts, when it comes to George St.Pierre, the Canadian citizens, the Canadian people will buy. The United States citizens might not, but the rest will. And on top of that, and this is the reason why I said the Philippines, they are second. In the Philippines, when it comes to combat sport, George St.Pierre is number two. Number one is Manny Pacquiao. Okay, number one is Manny Pacquiao. George St.Pierre is number two. George St.Pierre, he's got a pedestal there. He's got a pedestal there as well. Okay, so let's get back to this. George St.Pierre is injured, suffered a neck injury during round 1 from Michael Bisping, and now he is going on a vacation. And as right now, him and his team and his management team, when it's asked, "Are you planning to come back?" George, he essentially said that he's gonna leave this up to his up to his management, and he will see how his head feel, and if his head is still in it. And continue on saying that if I want to fight again. Shit. You know what? I don't know who to feel sorry for. Number one, not the fans. It's just the fact that we would like to see him compete. So that's out the window. Number two, Tyron Woodley. I realized that there are more than a few people that split off set with Tyron. After he won his title, he changed his mind. Because if you guys don't know, before Tyron Woodley won the title, he's all about the deserving, the number one contender. Then when he wins the title, he just switches his mind. It's like, no, if you don't give me the biggest payday, if you don't give me the biggest fight, I'm not gonna fight you. So I don't feel sorry for Tyron, but I do feel sorry for Robert Whittaker, because you know what, this is the fight game. This guy's a prize fighter, and fighting George St.Pierre will give you the biggest fight of your life. Fighting George St.Pierre will change your life. Okay, a lot of people think that fighting Conor McGregor or fighting Ronda Rousey will change their life. I agree to an extent, especially if you're the champion or if you are the champion. Let's say Amanda Nunes when she was fighting Ronda Rousey, because she does get the cut of the pay-per-view, And when Conor McGregor, he has not fought any champion, well, with the exception of Eddie Alvarez. So he beat Eddie Alvarez rich, and besides that, like who? Jose Aldo? I disagree, because regardless of what happened, Jose Aldo is gonna make that points. He's gonna get that points. He's gonna get his money, and even leading to the Jose Aldo's fight, Jose Aldo, he even stated that of all these antics, of all these shenanigans that Conor McGregor is doing, he's doing it so I could get a bigger payday, right? But however, with this fight with Robert Whittaker versus George, Robert Whittaker, he's a champ, George is a champ, unification bout. This would be huge. This would be another like 1.5 million dollar sale. Let's say it makes like $3 per sale, $2 at 1.5. That is still $3 million. And according to this article, excuse me, I got a bit gas. According to this article, George St.Pierre, if he was to fight Robert Whittaker, they would do it in Australia at UFC 221. At UFC 221, and the reason why that is significant is because of tax. Tax in Australia, I believe, is that it's extremely smaller if you were to compete and win in the United States or in Canada. Okay, but how I might be wrong. You guys can tell me in that comment section below. You know what? Tell me what the tax is in Australia. But I'm 99% sure it's a lot smaller. That the government takes a smaller cut. Because in the States, if you win $3 million, you might get away with like $1 million. The government will take like at least 60%, if not more. But in Australia, it'd be like, you keep it all. They take maybe like 15%. So, yeah. Okay, guys. So, yeah. Thank you very much for listening. So that is my quick thought on the possibility of George St.Pierre not returning to the UFC and compete again, and the situation of him receiving a neck injury from Michael Bisping in round 1 at UFC 217. Holy shit. Holy smoke. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for listening. If you have not, please comment, rate, and subscribe, and tell me what you think in the comment section below. And I will talk to you soon. Take care.